Thursday night. This is BBC Radio Sussex and BBC Radio Surrey. Connor here with you. Now, reality TV shows, they can take people and fling them into superstardom or do the complete opposite. Well, the X Factor was something that millions of us watched every single Saturday night religiously. Back in 2009, one person from the North East became a household name with a string of incredible performances that ultimately landed him the winner's crown. Joe Mcelderry, I am delighted to get you on the show this evening. Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, really, really good, thank you. So you've got a brand new single coming out. We'll talk about that shortly. But if I can,
Yes.
I just want to talk about the X Factor because it's not every day that you get to chat to an X Factor winner. In your wildest dreams, did you ever think you'd win it?
Never in a million years. I think when you go on something like that, you just assume that it's going to be an experience, first of all, and then something that, I didn't really have any expectations, if I'm honest. I just was really excited about being a part of a show that I was a huge fan of. And I very much took it week by week and thought, let's just see what happens. And then as the kind of competition progressed, you kind of start to think, oh, actually, maybe I could do this now.
It's just an incredible thought to have, like you performing in front of all of those people and then millions at home, and suddenly you can't walk down the street without somebody recognising you. Is that a bit weird?
It is. I mean, it's funny, isn't it? Because I've been doing this 14 years now. So it'll be 14 years since I won the show this December. And I would say that that's even not normal now. I don't think you ever get used to that. It's something that is, I'm aware of it, obviously, and I appreciate that it's a part of my job and things like that. But every now and again, it does still catch you on and off guard, and you're like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That's the whole kind of fame side of things is always an ongoing thing that you never really get used to.
It's just a strange concept to someone who's never experienced that. But, that like you say, it's part of your job nowadays. And do you still enjoy that lifestyle, or do you kind of enjoy the fact that you can just go home and still go and see everybody and it's a nice feeling?
Do you know what? I've always kind of had a really good relationship with the whole kind of fame side of things. I've never really took it too seriously. Obviously, in the beginning, it took a lot of getting used to, but then over the years, I've learned to just deal with it in my own way. And obviously, like you've just said, I still live in the North East. So that's always a really good kind of grounding in terms of kind of nobody else in my inner circle does the same job as me. Therefore, when I come home, they're not really that interested in it. They're like, oh, yeah, that's great. Anyway, so we're going out for some food now. And yeah. I am able to kind of switch off from it. So, yeah, that massively helps. And then you just kind of, you just deal with things, and obviously now the whole dynamic of social media and like it's changed even in the last 5 years in the way that people digest things and how people see you now in the street and selfies and social media and videos and things. So it's forever changing. So I don't think it ever becomes normal. I don't think it's ever the same. It's different on a person by person basis, but I'm not complaining. I've been blessed with a wonderful life so far and a lovely career and I can't complain the slightest.
And long may it continue. But I would imagine the 2009 Christmas #1 battle between you and Rage Against the Machine still annoys you.
Do you know what? It doesn't actually. I mean, they sold me a lot of records, so it became a very famous chart battle. And obviously, the song was doing its thing anyways, off the back of X Factor and the winning performance. And then when that chart battle came into play, we obviously never imagined that it would be as big and and memorable as it was. People still talk about it now. But at the time, I was a little bit confused about what was going on with everything to do with that. But now when I look back, we didn't get the Christmas #1, but we sold a lot of records that week. And then it sold twice as many the following week. And I ended up getting a Christmas #1. So I suppose I do have to thank them in a way for selling twice as many records, maybe. So I'm not as bitter as you might think about it.
Oh, that song as well, The Climb, just every time I think of you, it just pops into my head. It's still an incredible song.
Oh, my heart needs some headspace. Every night try